So, hello guys. I hope I am audible or whatever it is. I hope I'm audible. Just a minute. Okay, so we are live. Okay, so I just need to test whether all my stuff are working fine or not. A minute. So, hello everyone. Hello. I hope you're happy Sunday first of all. Hello Noor Mohammed DQ. Sorry. Hello. So, guys, first of all, happy Sunday. Okay, so tomorrow Independence Day for India, and for some people today's Independence Day for Pakistan, so for some other countries. Okay, so tomorrow I think most of the people might be holiday. Okay, so yeah, I'm fine, man. I hope you're also doing good, Noor. So just a minute, okay. Just a minute. You can call me, man. Okay, I'm not a sir. Okay, I'm just a normal guy. I might be same as your age, or sometimes I might be underage compared to you. So I'm fine. Any alternatives for GAU plus param spider and wayback URLs? Those are something that I use, man. Okay, so I haven't used any kind of alternative yet. Those work absolutely fine for me. But to be frank, like I haven't tested others. Wayback URLs, I use everything. They're missing some URLs. Okay, but in my test, I haven't seen like that. Okay, so try to work with some options. So like like without running some default options, I think you can find some good options out there. So try to do that. Okay, even though still like, but I don't have any idea about the alternatives, man. Truly, I don't know any thing like that. But for me, all these works fine, man. Okay, so all these absolutely work fine for me. So might be need to test with some URLs and stuff, I guess. From Colombia, hi, hello. Hello guys. Mhm. Any more questions? Tomorrow I'll upload a video. Okay, so hi, hello, Mr. Learner. Okay, so just let me share these URLs and on my platform. And also, guys, if you want to connect to me personally, so Twitter, the best place. So I'm active here most of the time. So I can do post some questions or I share some stuff which is related to cybersecurity. Okay, so sir, I need help. I tried to exploit some vulnerability it ends up not finding the exploit or unable to exploit. In that case, you can conclude it like it might not be vulnerable. Okay, so that's the thing. So it might not be vulnerable. That might be a case, and other case might be something like might be the exploit the settings. Like if you are working with MSF console or like Metterpeter, try to see once the options, or if you are working with some other payloads, try to look into the options. Okay, so sometimes what they require is like you need to upload some shell code, something like that. Like I'm just telling an example. Okay, so I'm practicing on metasploitable. Okay, so what is the vulnerability that you got? So if you can tell me the vulnerability, I'll just try to find it out. Okay, like whether it is possible or not. Any more questions, guys? I'd be happy to answer. Okay, so if you want to check out my socials, so all my socials or whatsoever, so the link tree is available, so you can find out all my links. Okay, so you can end up using it if you like it. So burp crawler is awesome for crawling all URLs. Best passive scanner. Can we build any command line tools like burp crawler and passive scanner? Yes, you can build, man. You can build. Definitely can build. Like you need to figure out. Like mostly how I build tools is like I try to merge some two or three tools. Like passive information, there might be some tools, right? I try to merge somewhere. Okay, is there any recon bots in Telegram? Might be, man, but I haven't used personally. I haven't used anything. Okay, any such thing like that. The only bot that I use mostly is this thing, this Telegram, this True Caller bot. That's what I use generally. So I'll try to follow up on my mobile phone because the messages seem some kind of slow. Okay, so I'll just try to see your messages on my phone. Okay, cause what happens is like it takes some delay. Okay, so that's the thing. And you can ask any questions, or you can do let me know anything that you find interesting. If you want to share with me, you can just share it. I'll just see, or something like that. Okay, so anything is fine. And can you do a video or full tutorial of Daflox in a live Dalfox? What is this? I haven't heard of this thing. I haven't heard of this thing. It's a powerful open source XSS scanning tool. Okay, so yes, you can make a video, man. But personally, I don't recommend you testing out with this automated tools. Okay, so bug bounty, I personally feel is like mostly you need to check it. Okay, like you can use some automation. Like I'm not saying you shouldn't use automation. Like I use wayback URLs and stuff, the tools like that. But I personally check them. Okay, so like what happens is like there might be something called as screenshotting applications like aquaton or something like that, like if you are familiar with that, or else it's fine. Screenshotting application in the sense like what happens is like if you provide some bunch of urls, okay, and you pass that through that tool like screenshotting tool, what it does is like it goes to that website, it screenshots it and it provides to you. So that's the thing. But what I do is like I just do manually. So I'll just open my ubuntu here. So I just started hunting. So you can see Indian government. So mostly right now I'm hunting on this like we all know NCAA thing. So Indian government websites kind of thing. I think I can make it a bigger, but I hope you can see it if you are on mobile or something like that. Okay, so if I do something like ls, you can see there is some sorry, ls. Okay, so there is something called as wayback stuff. So cat wayback, if I do something like that, so this is the result from wayback urls. Okay, so recently I reported something where it discloses some information like setup information. Okay, so in that setup information what I found is like some default passwords. Okay, and those default password, I'll close it. Okay, those default passwords what it is like they are working. Okay, so there is something like Apache Tomcat running on some but some applications. Okay, something like that. Bro, I'm third year bachelor. Please give some suggestion to get LP as a fresher. Man, like it's dependent, man. I cannot say like you'll be getting 10 LP or something like that. Okay, like you need to prepare for like what happens is like for fresher, like if you got like even I'm a fresher, man. Okay, so I think I can't answer that question. But suggestion in the sense like whatever the job may, it might be 10 lakh one or 20 lakh 40 lakh 50 lakh, the skill is main, man. Okay, so like it doesn't mean like you will be knowing all the skills. Like sometimes there might be some posts. Okay, it is dependent, man. All cyber security, whatever the job is, it is dependent. Like let us assume that you're too good at vulnerability assessment and pen testing, but what ends up is like what happens is like if there is a job application job notification for what you call digital forensics or whatsoever, like even though it's a high package thing, you might not be giving your best. Like it is dependent. Okay, so I can say like sometimes you might be getting more than 10 lp also. Okay, so that's a different part. And also guys, let's try to answer some few questions. Okay, so let me open my YouTube. So I got some few questions, some people, so I need to answer them, I guess. So let's see, you can see my rootless no use yes, car in net hunter. So this person xxc automation, please. No, man, I don't use automation scripts mostly. Okay, so you can see this person like for net hunter, like I'm not commenting or doing anything like that. Okay, but what like most people understood it wrong, so I mentioned it like this is not for rooted devices, or not rootless in the sense like I even told you like you'll just get a kali, that's it. Like you don't have the extra functionality of installing the complete net hunter. Okay, so that is the thing here. And this person might be issue with his tool, that's fine. And you get this kind of shit, man. I should call it shit. You can see this is some kind of weird shit. I'm seeing like this part like every day. Okay, I'm seeing this every day, man. Like sometimes I get pornography related stuff. Okay, sometimes I get some spam related stuff. I try my level best to remove them, but even though if it comes, I can't do anything. Okay, so like yeah, after giving the command python 3 pipefisher, some big loaded and it shows your ngrok auth token what to do. Like I'll just mention it here. In the directory you can find, uh sorry, sorry for my wrong mistakes. I do a lot of typos, man. Okay, so like while I'm setting up or whatever I do, like most of the errors that I get are typos. Like I should get rid of those. Binary name, bro, are you are providing any course for bug bounty? No, nope. But if you want, you can have some like one-to-one sessions kind of thing. So that is what I basically do. Not courses is not kind of thing. Oh, best word list for cracking password? None, man. None. I should say none. Because like this, see the password cracking something like that. They are mad. Okay, I should call something like that. Because like what happens is like, see the hash cracking, or you shouldn't call decrypting hash cracking or whatsoever, it is subjective. Okay, you will be getting a hash, even Wi-Fi also you will be getting a hash successfully, or handshake with hash successfully, but cracking it is dependent, man. But for that, but I'll be giving you something, man. Like you should create your own word list. Okay, the best word list for cracking password is your own word list. So that is what I can give. Okay, I see people like they still message me, comment like this will won't work, this will won't work. Yes, it won't work. Hashes won't work. Okay, like if you get a hash, the chance of cracking it is like 10 or 20%. I'll give that's max. Okay, 10 or 20% max. Okay, like you don't know, man. We can guess the hash, right? Like the file hash will be same, and also the hash value of some word is also same. Like we can't guess it. So that's the thing. Bro, need help with Debian open SSH package random number generator weakness. This is something called as heartbleed vulnerability. You can search it on Metasploit. This is called heartbeat vulnerability. Heartbeat, yeah, heartbeat vulnerability. And coming to this word list, sorry. So I should mention my name, or you'll get a lot of stuff. So like you see, I made few couple of videos, man, how you can create word list, something like that. I think one of the good tool, like you can search on my channel, Avi. Okay, so AVIAP. Okay, so you can search on my channel. You'll find two or three videos which is related to this particular thing. Okay, so any more questions whatsoever? How can I find it on Metasploit? Simply search it, man. Search heartbleed vulnerability. That's it. As simple as that. Which companies hire us? Dependent. Dependent, man. I can say like which companies might hire. Like every company has a cyber security posting, but what happens is like the problem is like most companies don't come up. Okay, they don't come means look for freshers in cyber security domain. That's what I understood. Like only few companies, and also only few postings. That is the sad part, you should call. But what happens is like once you get experience, you can just sky high, like sky is your limit whatsoever. Okay, good video about social engineering, but I have a good question. Yes, so these are some different questions, man. Old questions. Like I don't generally comment this stuff. Okay, like that's a kind of subjective thing. It is easy. See, this person again mentioned like this easier to use aircadon, and yes, that's what I'm saying, man. You cannot crack a hash. Like it is just 10% of the chance. Okay, so that is those are some comments. So hash cracking, I should give one more time a clarity. It is like 10 or 20%, nothing more than that. Okay, so any questions? And also do like the stream, guys. Okay, if you're watching it, make sure you like it, and also do share this stream or videos on our channel to someone who are into this stuff. And also we are on the edge, like there are like still more videos. Windows plus escalation is something big, man. Okay, so I'm trying to cover it up weekly, a video, something like that. Why can't you give full video of exercise from basics to advanced? Because even I too don't know, man. Even I'm not to a part of advanced. Like I try to hunt some, but those are like intermediate level, and almost everyone know them. Okay, so just small kind of thing. But what happens is like in order to work on exercise, there is something called as whitelisting and blacklisting stuff. So whitelisting stuff in the sense like whenever you provide an input or through parameters or whatsoever, what happens is like only certain elements are allowed. So that is called as whitelisting. And blacklisting in the sense like you are only not allowing some characters, something like that. But nowadays these got some kind of typical, like I'm not searching on XSSman anymore. Okay, I'm searching on CSRF and IDOS and stuff. Those are mainly my stuff, and also logic vulnerabilities, something like that. Okay. Need help with Apache Tomcat AJP connector request injection? Like you can search it, man. It is simple. Okay, open your MSF console and search. And like if you're asking me for the ghost cat, right? Search ghost cat. Simple as that. Nothing more than that. As simple as that. Okay. So next question. Hi, I'm using MSF Venom for creating APK payload, but these payloads are not working for the latest Android versions. Any solution to create payload for latest Android versions? So, like I don't do generally this Android pen testing, man. Okay, Android hacking, those are not my stuff. I haven't tested out them. I think will work, man. I don't know, like whether this Play Store or something like this Play Store, Google Play Store policy might be stopping it, but I'm not sure. It will definitely work. Okay, so you can use something called as Fat Rat. So this is an application, like this is what I generally use for Android stuff, kind of thing. So you can use it. Okay, you can find the guide how you can use it. Everything will be here. Okay, so Fat Rat is one application that I use for Android stuff. This is the specifically thing. You can create a backdoor. You have a lot of options here. Okay, bro. Bro, make a video on Shodan how to find bugs and report. I shown a video on, man, on Shodan. So I made a video on Shodan. You can do check that out. Shodan reports in the sense like mostly you will find some, like what I observed in the sense is, guys, like Shodan, the things that I observe on Shodan, if I try to report them, they don't even revert back. Okay, so something like that. Like I'm not saying in every case, but there might be some companies which might be striving hard for improving their success. But like you can search on Shodan, the Shodan itself, you can find something like this thing. What are this vulnerabilities thing as well. I just made a video on Shodan. You can do watch that out, Mr. Learner. Okay, bro, please share some resources for learning and solving burp suit lab sports figure. I Those lab itself are great, man. Like there is a good description. Okay, so if someone asks me they want to start with this bug bounty, uh, active scanning subdomain tool, like I don't have those many tools, man. My toolkit. I generally use Subfinder and Sublister. Subfinder will work for me, man. Subfinder is more than enough for me. And find domain, sometimes I use it. Find domain, or you can create active scanning subdomain tool. You can create it. I think I made a video on that, I guess. Okay, like you can just brute force with some wordless, something like this. But this find domain, like this is a paid version. I'm not using this, but the only thing that I use is this Subfinder as of now. Like I started, like previously what I used to do is like I used to complicate the stuff. Okay, I used to have like 10 or 20 tools, okay, for subdomain hunting only. But what happens is like it will not work for me, man, because what happens is like I'm just wasting the time here. But the Subfinder, the subdomains given by Subfinder, I think it's a passive thing. Yeah, passive thing, but it works fine for me. Okay, so from which state are you from, bro? I know you by Jet Security. I'm from Andhra Pradesh. Okay, so India, and that's it. Simple. So active scanning, man, I'm not sure, man. I think you can find a video on my channel. I'll just show you that you can create your own tools, man. Okay, so that's the beautiful part. Yeah, hi Lexi, how about you, man? I hope you're doing good. So yeah, we'll definitely meet, man. Not an issue. We can meet someday. That's not an issue. Yeah, this is that video. This is the video. Uh, where is this, man? Share video. I think I need to click on this. I need to share this thing. Like these is one of the good series that I made, I think. But this is one exactly for you. Yeah, I can understand Telugu, man. But which city? I think I'm done. Like those I don't want to disclose, man. Okay, those are some personal information. But you can find me on Vijayawada. Okay, so Vijayawada is a big city. You can find me somewhere. Okay, and for Noor Mohammed TQ, I think I provided a link. Okay, in the chat. So that is about some active scanning tool. So you can tweak it with your like, if you like, you can just browse. Okay, you can tweak the tool. So it's a Python related tool. It's an active scanning tool. Okay, not a passive one. We just ping them and we'll just try to find it. Okay, nice, bro. I'm also from. Okay, bro. Can I contact you if I need any help? You can contact me on my Discord, guys. Okay, so Discord is the best place. I'll just find out something. Like, yeah, thank you, man. Consistency, yeah, that's what the good skill that I built, I think, over years. So I just show up every day. Like, I start like whatever you want to do. Like, if you want to have some long term result, you need to show up every day. It's not all about end goal. Okay, so not only this, like, I'm not saying I'm the most successful guy, but just I just like being showing up every day. Subdomain takeover, best tool for subdomain takeover, you can find out, man. Like, there is something called a subdomain takeover. Like tools, I don't remember exactly the tools, man. Okay, see, let us, what I do is like, when I find something, okay, so I just search there. Okay, so I just search for that particular point of time, like, because what happens is like these tools get problems, or these tools might be getting old. Like, if you take sublister, okay, sublist3r, it's an old tool. But if you take subfinder, like, there is a lot of difference, right? That's the thing. So I search, if I want to do something, I search for that time as like that particular current time, what is the best tool. Like, I go to this Twitter. So Twitter is the best place, man, for bug bounty. Like, there is a good communities over Twitter. So you can simply search for subdomain takeover and you'll find a lot of. Please make a video on nuclear I don't use, man. See, what happens is like, I'm telling you now, I'm not much into this bug bounty. But yes, I'll definitely make a video on nuclei for finding P1 and P2s, man. See, like nuclei, there is something called as templates. Okay, if someone reports earlier than you, then you might, even though you got P1 or P2, it doesn't mean you will be getting a bounty, right? So that's the thing. Like, that's the reason. Like, I'm not saying you shouldn't use this tools, but what happens is uh, like someone might be using it earlier and you'll be getting mostly duplicates. That's the thing that I'm telling. But that's the reason I test manually. Okay, so that's the thing. So best forms to learn, like forms, I don't generally go to forms, man. Like, what happens is like, I don't have a good experience with the forms and stuff. I mostly rely on Discord server. So if you go to some server, if you join some server like TCM security or some hackers plot or even my server, so it might be not as big server as them, but if I have any doubts, I just ask in some of their channels, and I know that I'll be getting a solution, because there might be some good people who are more than that. Okay. um Hello Orbit, I'm also from Kadapa Auto City. Yeah, that's fine, man. Bro, how can I upload file with GhostCat? No, man, I don't know about this tool. I haven't worked with about this tool. What is Active Directory, sir? I'll just tell you a small example. Okay, so you have a laptop. Okay, and what you can do is like, you can log in with your user and that's it, right? But if you take a company, okay, so if you take a company with an Active Directory domain controller, so in the domain controller it is like a phone book, or it's some kind of a book, like a record book kind of thing. It consists of all the usernames, passwords, their groups. Like, some people might be an administrator group, some people might be a tech support group or whatsoever. So what happens is like, so if you take a company, like, you'll be not having a single laptop, like you'll be having thousands of laptops. So what happens here is like you can log in with the credentials that you get from domain controller on your computer or some other computer which is connected into it, which is in an Active Directory domain. So that is like that. Man, I haven't worked about that. Okay, see, I'm telling you simply that I haven't worked on that ghost cat or whatsoever it is. Like, if I have an experience, I'll give you a better explanation, but if I don't know, I don't know about it. What is your opinion about ports figure certificate? It's good. It's good, man. Everything is good until or unless we are not scamming them. Okay, until or unless, like, every certificate has its own thing. So I'm saying about the one we recently talked about. I haven't worked on it, man. Okay, I'm just telling you, I haven't worked on it. If you want, you can just go and look for some other sources, but I haven't worked on that. Okay, like, I'm Ghost Cat is the first thing that I'm hearing for the first time. Okay, so don't get offended or whatsoever. Like, I haven't worked on it. Rapid7.com. So, Ghost Cat write up is there is a good write up as well. You can read them, man. Okay, so why you can just Google the stuff. Like, you find if you simply use this Google Doc site colon this thing, like, you will find a ton of information from this thing. Uh, Question in the Discord. Yes. Can you answer this on stream? We focus on bugs that impact users like account taker and business logic in a pen test, or is it completely focused on getting access to the target system and accessing the unintended data? Like, to be frank, man, I haven't done some kind of real time pen test. Like, I haven't done anything, but I think they will focus on that, I think. Okay, so, like if the, in the network, I think if there is something like this a website, okay, or website or whatsoever, so I guess it's like even it's a vulnerability. Okay, so that's the thing. I think it is also will work. Business logics will work. Like, I've seen some reports. Okay, some pen testing reports. There I found this stuff. There is something even like XSS. Okay, business logic is there. Business logic is definitely there. What I read, like, I don't have a report right now, but what I read is like it has something like he was able to like add some kind of stuff. So it's a kind of e-commerce site, so he can try to, like, we seen this on some OS juice shop, right? Like, you can try to add some items to other person stuff, like some kind of logic error or broken access control whatsoever. I've seen those things in a pen test report. So I think I guess it is yes. Like, what happens is, like, what we think is generally is like pen test will be like 1 or 2 days. No, it will be for 2 or 3 weeks also. I asked one of my senior, so he told that he, like, they give time for like some time, like 2 weeks or 3 weeks kind of thing for a pen tester. Okay, so, like, they wanted detailed reports. Like, every company don't hire a pen tester every week. Okay, so every month or so, like 2 or 3 months, I guess, somewhere like that. But they what they look for is like they look for something detailed thing. Like, if there is a website, man, Lalit, there will definitely these things will be included, I guess. Okay, so, like, if you call pen tester, he'll be also knowing some information about this stuff, right? So that is the thing. But mostly what I see is like in bug bounty, I see mostly these stuff, man. I think I haven't seen, like, I'll tell you an example, man. Let us assume you own a company. Okay, so you own a company, okay, which you have an active directory, which is an internal network. So what is the use of this account takeover and business logics? Like, where, like, who will host an application, like web application within a network? Like, I'm not saying it is not possible, but it is chance is less, right? Even though they use it, they will use something third party. So I guess it might not be the thing, but there is a chance, man. Okay, anyhow, you can try to hack into someone, or if you're able to perform an attack, that's something you can report it. Okay, but how to add exploit db to metasploit? It's not working for me. Exploit db, yeah. Like, there is something called a search exploit, man. You can just go there and you can search. Like, I haven't understood what is this exploit db thing. So exploit db is a different part. Okay, and this metasploit is a different thing. Okay. Like, I'm just curious, man. I seen just a report. Like, I'm not sure, man, but like, I'm telling you a simple scenario, right? Like, if you take an active directory environment, I think like 90% of the time there might not be a website, an internal website. I guess it won't be there, man. Like, I can guess 90% of the times it might not be there. Even though it is there, it might be something default thing or something like a radius server for connecting to internet, something like that, I guess. But if there is a chance, like, definitely it's a thing. Okay, definitely it's a thing. So I'll just search it, man. I kind of find curious. Uh, I think they will include, man. Definitely they will include. I'm sure about that. But I want to see some reports, kind of thing, which included this stuff. Okay, so business logic and stuff. I'm getting some different part. But in pen testing, all will be covered, I guess. I haven't done a real time pen test on any company yet, but SSRF, man, even I am learning it thing. So SSRF, like, what you try to do is, like, I'll tell you simply. Okay, so you have your client machine and your server machine. So from client side, we try to execute commands on the server. Yeah, like, you can do a port scan, something like that. Like, I can give a detailed explanation because even I'm too learning it, like how to attack and something like that. But that's a different thing. But yeah, I'm just focusing more on this uh, exams and stuff. But yeah, that's fine. Bug bounty, I'm even trying to cover it. Okay, so any more questions or whatsoever? Shout out. Uh, a big shout out for Clive Silveria. I don't know why I gave shout out as well, man. Like, is it a channel or whatsoever? Let's search it. VLC banned in India, man. I don't know, man. What happened? What happened? Oh, the company has now confirmed the same. The president of Videoland has also acknowledged the ban reports. What's the reason, man? Man, I think, like, personally, I don't use on my laptop or so, but I use it on my. If you are in India, please help us. VLC media banned in India. Why is the government saying nothing yet? The government hasn't officially. The website has been blocked as per thing. Okay, so the thing is like pot player, man. So this is what I use generally. Pot player is also one good thing. So I generally use this thing. Okay, pot player. This is what I personally use. So is there any information we can gather on dark web? Like, I haven't gone to that level, man. Yes, like, you can find out some kind of breach details, something like that. But mostly what happens is, like, most of the data that you see on dark web is kind of dummy kind of thing only. Okay, so that is what I observed. Hello, hello, Satish. Uh, how to add exploit to eternally to metasploit from exploitative externally to metasploiter? I'm not sure about this question, man. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar as well. Like, I worked on this exploit DB, man, but DVR and RTSP, I'm not sure about this stuff. I'm not sure. I'm having my own business running and I have my own job, which is yep, related to PAM, so privileged access management. It's kind of blue team. So that's what I do. I found a media player which supports all type of video formats. Yeah, this spot player will support every format. Whatever the format you throw, it will work. It's one of the best thing. Yeah, pot player, it is also, it doesn't take resources as well. Like, first of all, firstly I used to use VLC, but what used to happen is, like, weirdly sometimes the brightness used to go heavily up. I don't know the reason, man, but I use pot player only generally. And all in one tool is to convert, which is open source, so that's fine. You can name the tool, man. I'll just test it out on my free time. I don't know why they banned VLC, man. Like, what is the issue? Like, all these news articles just give shit, man. Okay, they just give shit. Everyone knows this thing. Like, they are not mentioning what is the reason here. Like, you can see, full of ads, that's it, nothing more than that. auto download and execute payload. Then you can write a script. Like if you are working on Windows, you can write a PowerShell script. Okay, you can find scripts, man. You don't even need to write a script. Like it is so developed that you can find everything on internet. You can modify it and it will run if they execute a script. Okay, or you can, if it is for Linux, you can write something like that. But Android, I'm not sure how to write it. But for Windows and Linux, I've seen it. Okay, so there is something called as a rubber ducky. Most of you might know it. If you simply hit for, I don't know about Android, man. I'm not sure about Android. Okay, so there is something called as rubber ducky, guys. So rubber ducky, ducky, sorry, not ducky, rubber ducky. Okay, so you have a pen drive. Okay, so which has some kind of code in it. So when you put it, okay, so there will be some kind of code script or execute it. Okay, so those cases like it works. Like you can simply put some kind of URL for your payload. It will download, it will execute, and you'll get the access. I have less knowledge on it, but some it's related to Chinese. Oh, how to exploit and get access RTSP by using we can gain access. CCTV is not my thing, man. But how I used to attack CCTVs is like every CCTV connected to the internet has some kind of pin. So let us assume that I'm using something called as Hike Vision. So there might be some companies, Hike Vision, a CP Plus, like different companies are there. Okay, so every company has some kind of ID. So what it is like, what happens is this is some kind of attack that I've done, but it is not some kind of harmful thing. Like recently we fixed CCTV in our home. Okay, so like what the installation guy is doing is he's setting some password like this, guys. Like how can someone set a password like this in a real time network? Admin at the rate one. How can someone do that? Right. So what happened is like, so I got a clue, but I haven't put that. Okay, I changed it to my option. I changed it to something that which is hard to crack or whatsoever. So there is something called as an ID. Okay, for every CCTV of this company or whatsoever. So I try to do some kind of intruder based attack, and gotcha like 60%. Like I did like 10 or 20 thing, 10 or 20 thing, 20 IDs only, but 60% use the same password, and I was able to see the CCTV. Like I'm not saying CCTV is something like so private thing. Like mostly people fix it outside, but these passwords, like people still use these general passwords, man. Like what should we say? Like even the installation guys should give some kind of password, right? What happens to him? Like admin at the rate one is like, man, like everyone can crack it. Even as second class kid also can crack it. Like security, like most of the security things that I compromised. Okay, most of the things that on the internet that I compromised are like this only. Okay, mostly they use default password. Like while I was in BTech second year, so this is some kind of malicious attack only. I attacked a Wi-Fi. Okay, so a Wi-Fi network, and then I compromised his. So I got access to the router because the credentials are default. So that's the bad part. So if you are having anything, like mostly like your home appliances or which are connected to the internet has some kind of default passwords, change it as soon as possible. Okay, so that is best advice that I can give. Like hackers are everywhere, man. You are in BTech? No, I completed my BTech. Is there a way to crack WPA2 password other than brute force? See, man. See, if you want to crack WPA2 pass, you should call hash. Okay, so if I call hash, the chance is like 20%. Like you can call it 0%. You can't even crack every time. Hash cracking is something complex, and most of the time you cannot crack it. Okay, like I'm not discouraging or whatsoever, you cannot crack it. That's the thing. Okay, like it take millions of years. Like there might be some applications, guys. I'll just show you. Cracking password. I'm not sure the thing. Yeah, that's the thing, man. That's the thing. Like see, there is this website, man. I'm not sure. So admin at the rate one. You can see the time to crack this password is, I'll show the password. like this password, the person who is the installation guy who is setting up is admin at the rate 1, like 1.2 seconds. So I'll add something like this, man. We'll add for Lexi at the rate Archer 123. Okay, I think this site is messed up. So I am adding some kind of password like this. Let us assume. Okay, so it might not be threes. We'll add some kind of phone number. Okay, something like this. Okay, let us assume. Okay, so this might be the password of our friend Lexi. Okay, Lexi Lobnight or whatsoever, Lalit or whatsoever. Okay, so if someone use a password like this, like you'll definitely not find a clear text password. Like even though you are cracking a hash or what Wi-Fi hacking a Wi-Fi or whatsoever, you'll definitely get a hash, man. Okay, so if you get a hash, okay, if you get a hash of this thing, so you can create a hash for this. That's a different thing. Like in order to crack this, okay, it takes 15 years. So what is the use of the, so hash cracking? I shouldn't call a way. Okay, so like most of the times when I make video on these stuff, so though that's the most of the negative comments will be on that only. Like I was unable to crack the hash or this will not work. Okay, so something like that. Okay, I remember you, man. Remember you. Okay, so hash cracking, man. Keep it aside, man. Like you may not crack it. Like I'm not saying it will not work every time. Like there might be some people who will be using some default stuff. Then in that case, like I just shown you, right, admin at the rate one. Like it take like 1 second or 2 seconds, something like that. Okay, so simple. Okay, so hash cracking is a different thing. And like I covered tools, like I covered tools like hashcat, John the Ripper and stuff, but it won't work. If you use recent exploit db cva, this module exploits the unauthenticated. No, man, like I haven't used any kind of exploits. But what I did is like, see, once I get so this is some kind of thing. So I got into a network. Okay, so I compromised a network of Wi-Fi network. Okay, so I'm telling you a scenario, and I got an IP. So since your CCTVs will be, most of the CCTVs nowadays are connected to the internet. Okay, so I got an IP of this CCTV. Okay, and that particular, I'm not exactly remembering the version. It is having some kind of a vulnerable version, and I tried to exploit it, man. That is how I exploit it. Like you can use exploit db, metasploit, it's your choice, man. Like this is not offensive security, so no one is forcing you to use something like that. Okay, so what is the business logic vulnerability? Like see, like most of the applications which are hosted on the internet has some kind of business. Like it can be some kind of e-commerce store or whatever it is, logic in the sense like business logic, man. So if I add something, it should be going to some like some place, something like that. So logic error. So like if you sir ask you to write a code to add two numbers, you should write add two numbers, right? You shouldn't write something like for subtraction, something like that. It's a logic error, something like logic. Okay, so how the application is working. Okay, what is the logic behind the application and is it working fine or not? That is what it is. Okay, Satvik, there is a vulnerability where you can get all access to high vision cameras. They made a built-in type of token, and if you just add it as a parameter, you'll get access to the camera, but you should be on the same network of the camera. No, man, I'll just figure it out. Okay, so Vision. So we can do it, man. Like it's a good thing. Like uh remote command execution. Like can you share a link or something like that? I'll just find it out, man. Like it's a good thing. Like when you're asked to do some kind of pen test, you'll definitely find CCTVs in a network. But Hikvision, most people are not using. That's a good thing because it's a Chinese brand. Most people use CP Plus and this TP Link. Most people use that. But I can say, so I'll just try to find it out, man. Bro, you said that the Debian OpenSSH. Man, like the question itself is kind of dumb, man. Like you're asking me OpenSSH, OpenSSL, random number generator weakness. Like I'm not sure, man. Like I don't know. Like see, when there is an OpenSSL and there is something like random number part, so heartbleed vulnerability is something that I can associate, because like I exploited heartbleed vulnerability. Okay, so what happens is like in an SSH communication and an SSL communication, when you throw some kind of random stuff within the communication, it vomits some, the server vomits some kind of useful data like hashes, something like that. Okay. How do you hide your IP when you're hacking? Why, man? I don't do much illegal stuff, so I think I don't need some kind of thing. But I have a VPN, man. I use something like Surfshark VPN. It's a paid one, okay, not cracked or whatsoever. So I have this thing. So while to uh, bypass the content stuff, something like that. So some content might be blocked in India, so which is useful for us. So I use it. So I don't use Tor also. Tor is also not secure, but the Surfshark, I'm kind of good. So I use this thing. It's a premium version. Okay, so you can go. Okay, you can go to settings. I don't want to show because it will reveal my stuff, some personal stuff. But this is what I generally use, Surfshark. And also, guys, I should focus. I should tell something, guys. Like most people are falling for this premium software stuff. Okay, so okay, sure. I'll try to make a video on that by Bhav Pratik. Okay, I'll try to make a video on that. Okay, that's an important topic as well. So I'll just like the first one is like default passwords, guys. Okay, so default passwords always work. So if you find some IP, okay, like every the CCTV will have some kind of default web page, like some kind of router or so. So you can go there, like you can put some default credentials. It will work. It might work. Like I'm not saying it will work. It might work. That's the thing. And I'll try to see some exploits. Like Lexi told me that there is some kind of vulnerability for this. What you call this high vision cameras. Like I'll just test it out. Like there are some neighbors who are having that camera. I'll just try to do it. So I think it's more than enough, guys. So consistency 30-47 minutes. So if you have still have any use, if you still have anything like that, you can just let me know. Cracking software is comes under hacking. Sorry, if comes under hack. Like if you take something without their authorized permission, see, whatever you're trying to do without any authorized stuff is going to be some kind of thing. It's an illegal only. It's hacking only. Okay, so that's the thing. Like you can, like I'm not saying it's much offensible crime. Okay, most people use it. Okay, so most people down create their own reverse engineered applications and stuff. But what the issue comes when you try to upload that thing and try to make some others download. So company can sue you. Okay, so I'm getting a lot of questions. Yeah. Oh man, hike vision. I think it's danger, man. Like just like I'll just research about this hike vision, man. Definitely, I'll just research about this hike vision. Like, or if you have anything, you can connect me on my Discord. Okay, so Discord is the best place you can contact me. Okay, so the best place, the best. Yeah, you can send me the link. Okay, so I'll try to see about it. Like, I know about this hike vision is dangerous. Like while I was installing, while I was what you call looking for some options. Okay, for installing CCTV, so most people recommended me to go with CP plus because hike vision, like hike vision is good, like most popular thing as well, but it's a Chinese version, so I don't want to go with Chinese. So that's the thing. So which tools are used for? I haven't used any reverse engineering thing, man, like properly. Like I just made some changes, small changes, but like there is something called as Githara. So I heard about people using this tool Gidra or Gidara, I'm not sure about this. Gidra, sorry, Gidara, not Gidra. So this is a tool. I think most people use it for thing for like reverse engineering and stuff. Okay, So that's the tool. So, and that is it guys for today. So it's 50 minutes, more than enough, and I spent a lot of good time, okay, with all you guys. You guys told me something interesting, like some people came up with high vision, some other like that. Okay, so I'll just do my research guys. So cyber security, like, it doesn't mean that everyone should know everything. Okay, so no one will know everything. Okay, some people might be good at pen testing part, some people might be good at bug bounty. So learning every day is what makes a good difference with you. Okay, so really thank you guys for asking me some good questions. So I'll just research on them. Okay, I noted some of the questions. So hike vision, so Pratik told me that reset.exe is there. Some people told me that if you change the token you can log in as an admin. I'll just try it out. Okay, so thank you guys for enlightening me and tell me about Maltigo. So Maltigo is an old tool, man. Like, it's a kind of information gathering tool. Okay, so if you can provide a domain, company tries to find out some stuff. I'm unable to use all transformer. I'm not sure, man. Like, I don't use Maltigo much. Okay, like, it's a kind of beginner tool, but I found some other tools which are more than that. Like, try to see the documentation and or join their community and ask them the questions. Bro, I'm currently learning about cybersecurity for practicing, and when I try to gather information, man, that's dependent upon the tools and your technology. Okay, so your mindset as well. Okay, so if you're hunting for a website, you will be using some tools which are related to the website, something like that. Or sometimes the website might be blocking you, so there will be a lot of stuff. Okay, so you need to figure it out, or you can contact me on Discord. Okay, so you can just post your questions in the Discord, so I'll try to help you. Okay, so any more questions? We'll wind up the session in 30 seconds. 1 minute, okay, not 30 seconds. I don't want to make this a KBC show. So, yes, any more questions? You can contact me on Twitter, guys. Okay, so you can follow me on Twitter. Okay, so I'll just share my Twitter link. So if you have Twitter, just follow. So, like, not only me, there are some good other people on Twitter as well. So there are a lot of communities and stuff. You can go there, you can learn something, or you can get some good information. Okay, so this is my main source, guys. Some people might be asking me, like, what is the location from where you get your information, something like that. So there are some kind of good stuff and accounts that you can use to get some good inspiration as well as some information as well. Okay, so that is it guys for this. Hope, really thank you for joining me for today. Tomorrow I'll upload a video, and in between the week I'll try to upload a new video. Like, I pinned a chat message, man. I pinned something called as Linktree thing, so there you can find it. I'll just give it to you. And also guys, like, you should Google, man. Okay, so first, that's the best thing. Like, if you don't know anything, so try to Google it first and then ask it next. Google first and ask next, kind of thing, strategy. You need to implement that. Like, no one knows everything in this world. Okay, so that's the thing. So, okay guys, bye and take care. Good night. Last question: how do you collaborate with security? Jet security, man, I upload, like, my I make content videos, right? So I upload my videos on their platform. So that is how I got, I think I uploaded more than like 30 or 40 videos, I think, on that Discord. So it's a thing, man. You can write some articles or some, so whatever it is on jet security. Okay, so bye guys, that's it. And also, tomorrow is a holiday. Tomorrow I'll upload a video. Okay, bye.